I got a lot of shit because one time I pronounced Aurora.
Yeah.
I went Aurora.
You said Aurora. That was the top comment of all of our videos.
Which
Did this motherfucker say Aurora?
Which, listen, if I didn't say it, I would have been in the comments comment like, did this nigga just say Aurora? So, I accept the roastings. But coming out of Aurora, Colorado, via KKTV, the Aurora Police Department, APD, has released the body camera footage of a deadly officer-involved shooting. Police reportedly received a call at 2:58 p.m. on May 12th regarding a trespassing suspect at an off-site airport parking lot on East 56th Avenue. The caller reported that there was a man, later identified as a 32-year-old Rashaud Johnson, on the property, not wearing any shoes and appearing to be under the influence of drugs. Like I saw you saw the footage. Yeah, he was definitely. It was a guy, your standard typical guy you see on drugs, hallucinating, like
guy who needs help.
Yeah, who needs help. Yeah. Like literally, there's 1,000 of these things going on. These types of guys, people across the fucking city, nation.
It's America. We got poverty,
mental health, like a true mental health crisis. And like, I just want to like say, like I heard the 911 dispatch call, and like the lady who called, they were calm to an extent to what was going on. They were like, yeah, there's a guy, he seems to be on drugs. He's sitting in the office. He won't listen to us. I was just gonna see if you could send somebody down to like come and just handle the situation, help us out. And she was like, do you need an ambulance? And they're like, no, just like somebody to come and help. Like the tones and the people who were calling the voice, the tones in their voice of the people who were calling the cops, you could tell if they knew what was going to happen, they probably would not have called the cops. Of course. Because they were just like, hey, there's a guy going crazy. He's opening up people's doors. He's on drugs. He's like on drugs.
Yeah, well, it's the classic thing. It's like kind of the main theme, I would say, one of our main themes of this show is that, abolish the police does not mean that we live in some new cowboy world where you could do whatever you want. It just means that the people that they imagined are going to come and help the situation, those people actually show up, which in this case would be professional mental health experts who are there to de-escalate. And like, if you watch like in the body cam footage, right away, he's being aggressive. He says very quickly, I'm going to fucking shoot you. Yeah. But before that, he's like, get your hand off that. Get your hand off that. It's like, he was just touching a gate. Like, there's no reason
not only that, he was like literally a guy just like, he's a skinny dude. He's just in the middle of a field. Like, I'm not about to downplay the dangers any person could be. He's a person's a person. But this dude he was just on drugs. If you were a healthy police officer, killing somebody is the last. Me, if I'm out there and if I saw that dude, he didn't have no weapon. He's just like attacking like literally like on some like some fucking kind of zombie shit except not biting, like just like and he's like wrestling with the dude. His first move is to like, I'm gonna shoot you. He pulls out his taser, he shoots the taser, and then he goes for the gun. Which let me actually read the rest of the story. Police later received additional calls from employees at the business saying Johnson was still on the property, attempting to open car doors in the parking lot and becoming more aggressive with employees. An officer responded at 5:27 p.m. and attempted to speak with him. Johnson charged at the officer, and there was a fight. Body camera footage shows the officer unsuccessfully attempting to stop Johnson with the taser. An employee of the business again called 911, reporting that the officer needed help. The officer gave multiple commands for Johnson to get on the ground, but he did not comply, resulting in the officer shooting him. R.I.P. Rashaud Terrelle Johnson. Like I said, I watched the footage. The dude shot him. His life was not in danger.
Yeah.
I'm going like his life.
I want to touch on what you were just saying, 'cause I think that's a really great point. And like the fact that if any regular person encountered this guy, they would have not in a million years thought, oh, I need to murder this person.
I'd be like, I'm going to beat your ass.
We both live in New York.
Yeah.
Like, we have these interactions. That happens sometimes.
It's literally the interaction that happened was it was a typical train interaction.
It is.
Of course, and like they're like you read a sentence, it's like the dude charged towards him. He did charge towards him. If you watch the camera footage, the nigga charged towards him with his shoulders. He was like, like.
I mean, this is classic propaganda because it's like just local news reporting. It's not even meant to be editorializing anything. It's not even meant to be an opinion piece. But just what they regularly include and don't include, like including that he charged him, including that he tried to use a taser, does not include the fact that he was unarmed. That this man had no weapon on him.
The cop was like literally. He's like, I'm gonna fucking shoot you. Let me stop it. He's like, hey, he walks up, hey man, everything okay? Dude's like, hey man. Or he tries to talk to him for like 2 seconds, and then he's like, I'm gonna fucking shoot you. First words out of his mouth, I'm gonna fucking shoot you. And then the guy runs, they get into a scuffle. He ends up on the floor. He's like, you're not in trouble, you're not in trouble. And the guy is like, when I tell you, bro, this cop is bitch made if you think murdering this dude was the appropriate response. It's like, you ain't putting no fight up. You didn't do anything a normal person, like if this dude was attacking me, I would have just beat his ass. Like I'm not a cop, so I don't have to go by, cop rules. I would have just been like, hey bro, you are wild and you were putting, I'm just gonna beat your ass. The people who are calling, the dude who's calling and was like, hey, there's a guy here opening up shit. I'm sure if he would have known that the cop was going to come and just shoot him, that was going to be like how they put him down. I'm quite certain the dude just like kicked him out. Like, hey man, get your ass up out of here before we, go act crazy somewhere else. Like,
but even if there weren't someone like you who would beat someone's ass, let's put me in the situation.
And I don't mean like I'm gonna beat everybody.
I know what you mean, like, but let's put me in the situation. Certified pussy, right? Someone who's not gonna beat a dude's ass in the street, who's like causing trouble, but it was like the speed at which this guy was advancing at the cop. It was like you said, it was like zombie speed.
Truly,
like if it was someone like me, it would be very easy to get out of that situation to go get help without being like, well, someone has to die right now. But anyways, we need to move on for time. So we'll just say, R.I.P. Rashaud Terrelle Johnson. Really, another weekly, infuriating case. This one made the episode because we got the body cam footage. But every week we have 3-4 people who are killed by the police. Most of those stories we get really no information on them whatsoever. So it's just the headline is really all we got. Occasionally we'll get the body cam footage. We'll cover it here, and it's 9 times out of 10 it's some story like this where there's really no reason for someone to die in this situation.
Last thing I want to say is the one thing that really helped play a part in this dude's death was how long it took for a backup to come, and like how he was just by himself, and like the cop, like I said, he didn't have no backup, so of course he's gonna resort to like the most violent thing he can do to secure his safety in his mind. But a huge problem in that was how long it took for backup to come.